This thing might have been mammalian type. Okay, maybe, or that's our classification today, isn't it? All right, so give birth to live young or developing, but no, they can, why were you thinking that was real?
Well, I guess to me, well, I wasn't thinking about what species it is. I just thought that it died giving birth, like in a catastrophic thing, caught it as it was giving birth.
Oh, it's possible.
I guess that's what I always thought.
Yeah, well, just the fact that it's preserved so well, what does it tell you?
That it was covered quickly.
It's covered quickly. It was covered quickly, that's for sure, in the process of giving birth. So I think you're probably right. It was basically a catastrophic type thing, very quickly. All right, so, and what, almost every one of the fossils, what do you notice about it? Probably buried. And we had a guy that was doing tours in the museum, a friend of mine, and he was talking about, and he was giving a public school class tour one time. And it was really interesting because he went from place after place after place, different fossils, and say, what was that buried in? And the kids say, mud, sand, mud. Went to this fossil, what's this buried in? Mud, a whole bunch of them. He says, can you think of any event in history that could account for all of this mud, burying all these things? And all the kids were quiet, thinking, not saying a word. And all of a sudden, the teacher, public school teacher, blurted out, the flood! And she got caught with, it was so obvious. It was a flood, burying all these things. And that's what we see, all these displays, buried in mud, right? Buried in mud. Noah's flood.
Just rot.
And that's what you were going to say, was Noah's flood, right? Yeah. Okay, Noah's flood. It accounts for things. So if there really was a flood, what would we expect to see, according to Ken Ham? Mud. And billions of dead things laid down by water, buried in mud layers all over the world, right? That's what you expect to see. What do you see? Exactly that. Exactly that.